And His Excellency, the Saudi Minister of Hajj and Umrah reviewed the bilateral relations between the two countries in various fields and discussed the latest regional and international developments. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq conferred the Royal Commendation Order Second Class to a number of Omani figures in appreciation of His Majesty for their contributions and prominent roles in several fields, namely Professor Dr. Khalid bin Hamid bin Mohammed Al-Wasadi in the field of health, Dr. Qasim bin Saleh bin Abdullah Al-Abri in the field of health, Professor Dr. Ahmed bin Sulaiman bin Fadil Al-Kharasi in the field of scientific research, Dr. Sulaiman bin Mohammed bin Sulaiman Al-Blushi in the field of scientific research, Professor Dr. Mohammed bin Hamdan bin Hamad Al-Badi in the field of scientific research, Dr. Jocha bin Mohammed bin Khalif Al-Harthi in the field of culture, Zahran bin Hamdan bin Zahran Al-Qasmi in the field of culture, Haytham bin Khamis bin Rashid al-Farsi in the field of culture. Ahmed bin Saeed bin Amran al-Harthi in the field of sports. Muhammad bin Jamil bin Tayyib al-Mshikhi in the field of sports. Razant bin Hamad bin Salim al-Kalbani in the field of youth. Saeed bin Hamdan bin Salim al-Muqaymi in the field of civil initiatives and social responsibility. Retired pilot Abdul Salam bin Isa bin Salim al-Rawahi in the field of institutional proficiency. The orders were handed over by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Lal Abu Saidi, Minister of the Diwan Royal Court, when His Excellency received them in his office this morning. His Excellency indicated that the royal blessing of granting these orders to the aforementioned comes as manifestation of the generous follow-up by His Majesty and full appreciation of all the efforts being made in serving the dear nation at all levels and fields, and let this honor be an incentive to achieve more giving. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent cable greetings to His Excellency Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, on his re-election as President of the Republic. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud al-Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received His Excellency Dr. Tawfiq bin Fawzan al-Rubai, Minister of Hajj and Umrah of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and his accompanying delegation. At the beginning of the meeting, His Excellency conveyed the greetings and best wishes of the leadership in the Saudi Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to the leadership of the Sultan of Oman and for the Omani people for the progress and prosperity. His Highness reviewed with His Excellency the cause of the strong and distinguished relations between the two countries and ways to develop them for the good of the two brotherly peoples, praising the efforts made by the Kingdom in attending to the participating guests with the best services for them. The talks highlighted the comprehensive bilateral cooperation in many fields and issues related to the Islamic world and the stability of its countries, in addition to the latest developments on the regional and international arenas, as well as issues of common concern. For his part, His Excellency Dr. Tawfiq bin Fawzan Al-Rabi'i, Minister of Hajj and Umrah in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, spoke about the depth of the relations binding the Sultan of Oman and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the constructive cooperation that brings them together, and the opportunity this visit provided, which has paved the way for consultations with the officials in the Sultan of Oman about growing fraternal ties between the two brotherly countries. It was attended by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Interior, received His Excellency Dr. Tawfiq bin Fawzan Al-Rabi'i, Minister of Hajj and Umrah in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The meeting discussed topics of mutual interest and the roles carried out during Hajj season by the Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. His Excellency the Minister of Interior lauded Saudi Arabia's efforts and keenness to utilize capabilities in service of pilgrims. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, also received Major General Dr. Ahmed bin Nasser Al Raisi, President of the International Criminal Police Organization Interpol. The two sides reviewed several security efforts made by the organization to combat crimes internationally and discussed topics of mutual interest. The Office of the State Council agreed during its meeting today to form a special committee to study the contents of the royal speech of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, which he delivered at the opening of the first session of the 8th term. The meeting discussed the vision presented by the General Secretariat regarding the general frameworks for the methodology for preparing draft law proposals, as well as the studies submitted by the Council's permanent committees. The meeting also reviewed the final list of members of the Council's permanent committees after the results of the elections for committee chairpersons and their deputies. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al-Khalili, Chairman of the State Council. Still to come on News Bulletin. Al-Ghafa International Film Festival for Environment and Climate kicks off in Musandam Governorate. Oman Energy Association OPAL honored 48 projects for the best professional practices in Omanization, health and safety, operational excellence, Omani products, energy transformation projects, and research and development. In its 9th edition, the award witnessed the participation of more than 100 companies through distinguished projects in the energy sector. The award also works as a platform for these companies to share their best practices in rendering a more sustainable energy future for the Sultanate of Oman. The honoring ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals. The International Transport Workers Federation confirmed at the seminar on decent work in the maritime transport sector that the Sultanate of Oman is one of the most successful countries in implementing the Maritime Transport Convention, even though only 3 years have passed since it joined. The introductory seminar is organized by the General Union of Workers of the Sultanate of Oman with the participation of a number of relevant parties. Under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, and in the presence of His Excellency Dr. Tawfiq bin Fawzan Al-Rabi'i, Minister of Hajj and Umrah in the Sisterly Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Holistic Journey Platform Nusuk of Saudi Arabia held an orientation program in Muscat. More details in the following report.
The Holistic Journey Platform Nusuk, affiliated with the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, held an induction program in Muscat in cooperation with the Ministry of Endowment and Religious Affairs to provide essential information and innovative services to the visitors of Mecca and Medina. A number of travel agencies, Umrah agencies, and investment entities, among other institutions, participated in the event to enhance the level of services provided to pilgrims and visitors to Mecca and Medina from the Sultanate of Oman. Visitors at the exhibition were acquainted with the necessary steps and procedures needed to plan their visit to Mecca and Medina. The exhibition also showcased opportunities available for the private sector in both countries to serve the guests of the Almighty Allah in a better way. The event was aimed to provide a smoother experience for the citizens and residents of the Sultanate of Oman to perform their Hajj and Umrah rituals with ease. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
The first session of the Al Ghafa International Film Festival for Environment and Climate kicked off in the Wilayah of Khasab in Musandam Governorate, with the participation of a wide range of artists, media figures, academics, specialists, and those interested in the field of environment and climate from various parts of the Arab world. The festival highlights the most prominent environmental risks and climate change issues. The opening ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al-Busaidi, Governor of Musandam. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq confers the Royal Commendation Order Second Class on a number of Omani figures handed over by His Excellency the Minister of Diwan of the Royal Court. And His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed and His Excellency the Saudi Minister of Hajj and Umrah review the bilateral relations between the two countries in various fields and discuss the latest regional and international developments. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from overseas newsroom and the studios. Good night.